You've heard of the infamous Al Capone, the ruthless mobster who ruled Chicago and terrorized an entire city. But what if I told you his downfall wasn't from the bullets of rival gangs or the relentless manhunt of the police, but something far more unexpected? Stick around as we dive into the shocking and tragic life of Al Capone, a tale of power, betrayal, and eventual ruin. Born in 1899 to Italian immigrants in Brooklyn, New York, Alphonse Gabriel Capone started his life far removed from the crime and chaos that would eventually define him. Yet, in the gritty streets of Brooklyn, young Capone found himself drawn to a different kind of life, one ruled by gangs and quick fortunes. But it wasn't until Prohibition hit in the 1920s that Capone truly rose to power. Prohibition was a time of opportunity, and Capone seized it. With alcohol outlawed across the country, an underground empire was born. Bootlegging became the name of the game, and Capone was its master. He moved to Chicago, where his reign over the city's black market made him a household name. His network controlled the illegal alcohol trade, bringing in millions. Capone wasn't just a criminal, though. To some, he was a Robin Hood figure, helping the poor during the harsh times of the Great Depression, solidifying his status as a man feared by many, but admired by some. Yet, behind the charisma was a ruthless killer. Capone eliminated rivals with ease, securing his grip on Chicago's underworld. His most notorious act? The 1929 St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where 7 members of a rival gang were gunned down. This brutal show of power sent shockwaves through the city and cemented Capone's image as an untouchable force. But power always comes with a price. While Capone ruled Chicago, he made powerful enemies, both in rival gangs and law enforcement. The federal government, led by Agent Elliot Ness and the famous Untouchables, began their relentless pursuit of the mobster. Despite his involvement in numerous crimes, including the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, law enforcement couldn't pin anything on Capone. That is, until they went after his money. In 1931, it wasn't murder, bootlegging, or bribery that brought down the king of Chicago. It was tax evasion. With the evidence piling up, Capone was convicted and sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. His reign was over, and he found himself not in his luxurious Chicago mansion but behind bars in Alcatraz. Life at Alcatraz was brutal. Gone were the days of luxury and bribed prison guards. Capone was just another prisoner, mopping floors and scrubbing laundry. His health deteriorated rapidly due to untreated syphilis, which attacked his brain. The once feared mob boss now spent his days in confusion and isolation. In 1939, after serving just 7 years, Capone was released due to his declining health. He retired to his Florida home, a shell of the man who once ruled the Chicago streets. He spent his final years talking to people who weren't there, haunted by the past, until he passed away in 1947 at just 48 years old. Al Capone's story is one of contrasts, a man who reached the heights of power but was brought down by something as mundane as taxes. His life, filled with wealth, violence, and infamy, serves as a cautionary tale that even the most powerful can fall. While Capone may have been a symbol of crime and corruption, his legacy is a stark reminder that no empire, especially one built on fear, lasts forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of one of history's most notorious mob bosses, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the past. And don't forget, the rise may be thrilling, but the fall is inevitable.